So what we're talking about now is how in Detroit there's a bill that could put a halt on home foreclosures. A congressional representative from Michigan has introduced a bill to help families stay in their homes for at least 3 years. Marcy, give us the sort of rundown. This is a proposal at the federal level. He's a U.S. congressman, but he wants to tackle this foreclosure problem by actually putting a temporary stop to some of these.
Yeah, he represents the district that Detroit, Michigan is in, and that's a city that's definitely been hit hard by the foreclosure crisis. So
And we're talking about Congressman Hanson Clark.
Hanson Clark, yeah. He's proposing that we put a moratorium or a freeze on foreclosures so that families can stay in their homes. And it would basically also force banks to work with homeowners to say, okay, you can't afford, the $1,000 payment that you've got now or whatever it is. Well, let's work out a plan, something that you can afford, so you're still paying off your home, you get to stay in your home, the bank kind of makes their money as well, everybody wins.
And we'll get into more about the details of this proposed law, but we did an interview with a member of Occupy Kalamazoo. His name is Chris Wamoff, and he talked about the way that Occupy Wall Street is involved with foreclosures. So let's check out that clip.
Hi, Chris, thank you so much for being with us. We're going to talk about the issue of a foreclosure moratorium in just a few minutes, but first give us an update on a proposal there at the Kalamazoo City Council related to homelessness.
Yeah, we had a proposal that would have went through our county commission to raise the property taxes $6 to provide a new homeless program for Kalamazoo. Kalamazoo is currently the 6th in 2009, Kalamazoo was ranked the 6th meanest city in the U.S. towards the homeless. Unfortunately, this was shot down. This millage was shut down, not only shot down, but shot down and put on ballot. So as a response, Occupy Kalamazoo is doing our first encampment on May 1st, and we're going to kick it off with a picnic and a sleepover.
Now, Chris, talk to us about this foreclosure moratorium that has just been introduced by a Michigan congressman, and from my understanding of it, it's going to try to put a stop, a freeze on foreclosures for the next 3 years. What can you tell us about that?
Well, I know this April was the kickoff for the actual kickoff for the campaign itself was March 30th, and I know they have legislation pushing forward. We're going to shoot for a 2-year moratorium. I know definitely when you think of cities, at least here in Michigan, when you think of cities decimated by foreclosures, you think of Detroit, and just with the crisis all over the entire country, it reminds me a lot of what they did in the Great Depression. There was also a moratorium back then, and I know a lot of people are really excited about it, and it's been received very well from everybody I've spoke to.
The issue of foreclosure is something that the Occupy movement has very much, aligned itself with and talked about. Why do you think it's been such a critical issue, and it's really been brought to light, by occupiers?
Well, I think that when you talk about socioeconomic justice, really everything starts at home. For everybody, whether you're left, you're right, whether you're Muslim, whether you're Christian, home speaks to all of us, and it transcends anything that has to do with the political agenda, the religious, anything. It has to do with all of us. It's a common ground, and definitely for Occupy, when you talk about Wall Street and you talk about foreclosures, they pretty synonymously go hand in hand. When you talk about speaking up against the banks, foreclosures is at the forefront of that conversation.
Well, Chris, thank you so much for joining with us today. Unfortunately, that's all the time that we've got, but we really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, you guys. You do great work. Thank you.